The Jeep Wrangler has remained loyal to its iconic blueprint for decades, not due to a lack of innovation, but because of its deeply rooted heritage and tradition. It carries the DNA that traces back to its origins in World War II. However, this commitment to legacy presents a challenge for Jeep. How do you modernize an off-road classic to satisfy contemporary buyers while ensuring its devoted fan base doesn't revolt? It's a constant balancing act between purists who cherish the Wrangler's historic essence and those drawn to it simply because of its rugged, standout aesthetics. Enter the 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. The JL generation of the Wrangler has made its way into our hands before, but it's since undergone some updates. While the Wrangler has always stood out as a remarkably capable off-roader, Jeep has refined it further with significant research and development efforts to make it more practical as an everyday vehicle. This evolution is partially driven by competitive pressure from the Blue Oval's own off-road offering. A bit of healthy competition never hurt anyone, right? The 2025 four-door Jeep Wrangler Rubicon is priced at a steep 5,780,000 Philippine pesos, according to the AutoDeal app. Speaking of which, the app not only delivers comprehensive car pricing information, but also connects users with over 30 brands and 700 dealerships nationwide for the best deals. Pop open the hood, secured by latches on both sides, and you'll find a 2 liters, 4-cylinder, turbocharged gasoline engine that delivers 268 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. While this engine lags slightly behind the Bronco in terms of raw power, don't count it out. It still offers a spirited performance, which we'll explore further on the road. That said, it's worth mentioning fuel efficiency, or rather the lack thereof. Driving through Metro Manila's congested streets yields just 4 kilometers per liter, with a highway figure of around 12.5 kilometers per liter, comparable to the Bronco's 6-cylinder. The Wrangler stays true to its design roots with trademark round headlights and the 7-slot grille. However, for this iteration, the grille is slightly slimmer, giving the vehicle a more aggressive appearance. Functional improvements accompany these aesthetic tweaks. The new grille provides increased airflow and makes room for an optional factory-fit worn winch. The updated design also features fresh 17-inch wheels wrapped in heavy-duty BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, granting the Wrangler an impressive 274 millimeters of ground clearance. And of course, because it's a Jeep, the doors and roof can be easily removed for that signature open-air freedom experience. Just be sure to check the weather beforehand. Will leave you to figure out why that's necessary. Practicality hasn't been overlooked either. The rear comes equipped with a full-size spare tire mounted on the tailgate, a bright red tow hook at the bottom, and Jeep's iconic squared taillights. Accessing the cargo area is straightforward. Swing open the tailgate and lift the rear glass for easy loading. While there's officially 365 liters of cargo space with the rear seats upright, the roll bars eat into what would otherwise be a more generous capacity. If you're packing heavy loads, folding down the second row seats more than doubles the available storage space. The Wrangler also comes with some handy touches in the rear cargo area. There's a practical 12-volt socket, ideal for powering coolers or air pumps, and an Alpine subwoofer, distinctly superior to similarly named brands. These elements serve as reminders that, although rugged to its core, this SUV doesn't skimp on modern-day conveniences. Apologies, Pierre, but let me explain this quirky little system on the door. There's a coded label, and if you're curious about specifics like the car's dimensions or water fording capability, you can use it. For instance, its water fording depth is 34 inches at speeds up to 5 miles per hour. But hang on, it's not a fully decoded system just yet, so it requires some calculation. Is that roughly 37 kilometers per hour? Maybe something close to it. Anyway, we're talking specifically about the 6-door configuration here. Hold on, scratch that. It's actually a 4-door model with an additional 2, technically making 6. Confusing, right? If we're looking at a Jeep Gladiator, though, how many doors would that have? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. They're more about ruggedness than luxury. Gladiators might not even have traditional doors, just sticks for support, and no step boards either. So you'd need to be pretty nimble to climb aboard. Once you're inside, you'll notice the seats are surprisingly forgiving. They don't have heavy bolstering, which you'd think is essential for staying steady during off-road adventures. But nope, they're designed to provide a smoother, more laid-back experience. It's essentially a bench seat, not overly fancy, but practical. Jack's normal driving position seems thoughtful as the legroom is more than sufficient. I could easily stretch out my legs thanks to the seat's height. Knee space checks out too, and headroom is excellent. This vehicle focuses mainly on interior functionality rather than flashy touches on the exterior. The doors, for example, don't offer much except basic handles since they're removable. Everything else you'd expect, air vents, window controls, and a variety of charging outlets is concentrated in the center console. Speaking of power outlets, there are 4 USB ports and even a 115 volts AC socket. This car isn't just about driving, it's loaded with energy, almost like Iron Man or maybe Thor. Practicality isn't left out either. While there aren't bottle holders in the doors, understandably so, there's a cleverly designed center armrest featuring some of the sturdiest cup holders you'll find, plus a designated space to safely store your phone. Now, let's talk about entering this beast. It's definitely a high step up for most people, but once inside, you're greeted by a simple but satisfying setup. There are analog gauges paired with a central trip computer, an old school touch that's oddly comforting for an enthusiast like me. In the dash, there's a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system supporting both wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Thumbs up from me on that one. The steering wheel offers plenty of functionality. Buttons on the rear control audio functions, while front side controls manage advanced driver aids on the right and the trip computer on the left. Although the windshield is small and positions you closer to it than usual, finding an ideal driving stance won't be an issue. The steering wheel is telescopic for adjustment, and the powered seats let you fine-tune your comfort effortlessly. Also noteworthy, Jeep outfitted this Wrangler with waterproof seats for the first time ever. Even if they're electrically powered, they can handle being submerged in water. That's undeniably cool. Below the infotainment system lies an array of buttons and knobs for just about everything. Climate control, audio settings, media inputs, you name it. Best of all, Jeep hasn't gone purely digital here. Alongside physical controls for ease of use are elements like an old-school lever for the four-wheel drive system instead of just buttons. Pair that with a manual parking brake for an extra rugged vibe. Oh, and then there are the Easter eggs, hidden design details meant to surprise owners once the car is theirs. I'll spoil just a few. There's one etched into the gear shifter, others on the wheels, and even one on the windshield, a small image of a classic Willys Jeep, essentially the Wrangler's granddad. Speaking of the windshield, this tiny yet impressive feature is made from Gorilla Glass, the same tough material protecting your smartphone screens. All in all, this vehicle blends nostalgic charm with modern tech and unparalleled off-road capability in one heck of an adventurous package. Wait, hold on, that's a monkey. Justice for Harambe, remember that? Feels like ages ago now. Anyway, transitioning back to the topic at hand, the updates Jeep has rolled out for the Wrangler mostly aim to make it a more comfortable and practical ride, whether you're hitting rugged trails, commuting on city roads, or just living your day-to-day life. Let's actually take it out for a spin and talk about how it feels on the road. Before we jump in, if you enjoy content like this, consider subscribing. Jack and I have been cruising around with the Freedom Top open all day, and speaking of which, we've just run out of Mestizo lengthener. What's that? Sunblock. Mestizo? Do I look dark to you? Do I have your stunning green eyes? Come on now. Do I have an unnaturally elongated tongue? That was just a rare anomaly, a freak occurrence. Anyway, all right, let's get rolling. So, yes, it's powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Maybe you're skeptical about its size, but don't let that fool you. It's got surprising pep where it counts, even at low RPMs. Whether you're powering through tricky terrain, navigating out of slippery situations, or catching up to highway speed with ease, the engine gets it done. Speaking of tough spots, this Wrangler is packed with 4x4 Tech locking front and rear differentials, 4 high, 4 low, and other tools in the off-road arsenal. Unfortunately, we couldn't test all those features today, but they're there for when you need them. Make no mistake, this is a proper 4x4 machine in every sense of the word. Now, back to performance for a moment. Sure, the Bronco offers a V6, and there's credibility in the adage, no replacement for displacement. It's true the V6 provides a certain level of intensity that a smaller engine can't quite replicate. If you'd like to see how that stacks up, we've got links below for a comparison. Cruising through city streets at lower speeds, the Wrangler is surprisingly easy to manage. Finding a proper driving position is simple thanks to power adjustable seats, and you sit high enough to get an excellent view of the road despite its smaller windshield. On top of that, there are helpful driver assist features like a front-facing camera, a rear camera, and parking sensors to make alignment stress-free even with its unique proportions. Right, Jack? Yeah. Except parking in this thing can still feel weird sometimes. You saw me earlier trying to line it up properly. We both know my parking skills are fine. Let's not pin this on me. It's just the vehicle's tapering design that messes with perceptions. And for your information, I've been parking longer than you have. Fair enough. Let's refocus here. Out on the highway, Jeep has made noticeable improvements in noise insulation compared to previous models. Gone are the days when you'd need to shout just to converse with your passenger. The revamped microphone array is another welcome update. Making calls while driving is much clearer now since you don't need to raise your voice just so the other person can hear you. That being said, some quirks remain, like constantly having to adjust the steering wheel at highway speeds due to those solid axles. It's just part of the vehicle's nature. Great off-road articulation comes at the expense of smooth highway stability. It's how the Wrangler has always rolled. It's not changing anytime soon. On the plus side, the suspension has been finely tuned with plenty of travel to handle imperfections on the road with ease. Hit so much as a sizable rock in your path, this thing will likely conquer it without breaking a sweat, though maybe skip the boulders. Another improvement lies in its long-haul drivability thanks to adaptive cruise control, a lifesaver if you're zoning out on your way to or from the Bundys after hours on the road. Trust me, when fatigue kicks in, having technology pick up some of the slack makes all the difference. It's no Grand Cherokee, sure, but at its core, it remains an off-road vehicle through and through. That rugged, trail-ready DNA comes with some trade-offs when you're driving it on regular roads, a compromise you'll need to embrace if you're considering one. Before diving deeper, let's step back for a moment and acknowledge Jeep's dedication to preserving its legacy for over 80 years. The Wrangler, while not everyone's cup of tea, has built a loyal and passionate community that's hard to ignore. One glance at Wrangler enthusiasts, and it's clear the bond they share with the brand and the vehicle runs deep, and for that, Jeep deserves some genuine recognition. So, here goes. Thank you, Jeep. Oh wait, is it just one thank you? Or maybe two? Nope, just one. Yeah, just one. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Jeep. Keep it casual, keep it cool, like nonchalant. Got it. Thank you, Jeep. Now, imagine a Wrangler rolling by, and you're part of the club. Flash your lights. Give a wave. Did you do it? Great, there it is. You're in. As for the Wrangler itself, it stays true to everything that defines it. the iconic looks, and undeniable 4x4 capability. But let's be honest, for most people, getting to those remote off-road destinations means driving on paved roads first, probably 99.999% of the time, and that's where its limitations show. Sure, it still has a solid axle, which isn't ideal for smooth on-road dynamics, but this is the best Wrangler yet. Is it the best SUV for everyday road use? Not really. But if you're looking for the best version of an off-road icon, that's exactly what this Wrangler delivers.